Alright, I'm gonna give a try at walking through a run of Slay the Spire as Ironclad for Act 1. I'm playing at Ascension 1, which if you've beaten level 3 once, or Act 3 once, you can choose Ascensions. I don't really pursue that too much, but if you've beaten Act 3 at least once, it is easier to do this because you fight more elites and you get more relics, which ultimately makes you stronger. You just need to figure out the lock and key to beating those elites and not being afraid of them. So you start Ironclad, look at my options here. I wouldn't say I'm like amazing at reviewing these options, but one thing I do is I check the map first and I look at what I think my path is going to be, and I'm going to try to pick an option that works with that. So I hit triangle on PlayStation to go to Legend, I use the D-pad to scroll down to Elite, and then I have to use the right stick, it's a little easier on a touchscreen, to slide up and down and look at how many elites I can get. The Fire Elite, if you're new to the game, you don't need to worry about. You wouldn't even see that, or you'd want to maybe avoid it. But I'm probably going to go for it because I like to play that way. It unlocks the secret end boss thing, but it's a handicap. It's harder to do that. So those 4 are all different paths. So those are mutually exclusive. So I can get 3 at most if I take one of the 2 right paths. I can take up to 3 elites. Actually, I have to. Unless I take the middle. If I take the middle one, I can. If I feel like I'm doing bad, I can dodge the elite by going left to fire and then another elite. Which is the second thing I do is I check fires. So I can choose on this run to prioritize elites or fires. On the left path, I can get 1, 2, 3. I don't really count the top one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 fires on the left path. But then I would get only 1 elite, which I might actually go for. That sounds pretty cool. Or I could do... Also, the left has a lot of combat. 5 combats, no question marks. Then a question mark. Maybe instead... I'll still start on the left. I'll do 3 combats, a question mark, another combat, take the elite, skip that fire. Oh boy. Then do question mark, take the next elite, then do chest, fire, elite, fire, fire. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start on the left, and as for this... So, gold. I'm not going to take this one because I'm not hitting either of these early shops. If I was going to take one of the right or middle path and hit that shop early, which I wouldn't take those for other reasons, too many question marks, not fitting the vision of what I just said, then maybe I would do the gold. 24 damage is a lot, though. That probably means, unless I have easy fights in the beginning, I might have to heal, which means I'm paying an upgrade. I'm losing a chance to upgrade in order to get this gold. This is popular, but I'm not going to touch on that right now. Again, 100 gold, there's nothing nearby, I'm going to upgrade a card. And these are not great cards to upgrade. I don't usually like taking this one, but I think in this case I would go with Bash to prolong the amount of time I can do extra damage. Doing extra damage is important because it ends fights earlier, and that's really, really, really important. I wouldn't necessarily upgrade this if it wasn't the first floor, and I have a bunch of stupid strikes and defends I'm going to delete. Anyway, so we're starting on the left. Let's see here. He's not attacking, so it's strike, strike, strike. That's a good turn 1. I've used all my energy. I've done the maximum possible damage. I guess it would have been better to have a bash, but whatever. Next turn is probably bash defend. I can hit L2 at any time. Right now my draw pile is empty. I can hit L2 to see what my next turn is going to look like. I kind of glazed over that just now. I can see what's going to come up if I do draw. It's going to shuffle. Anyway, as I said before, it's definitely bash and it's definitely defend because playing strike leaves him with... next turn, I can kill him no matter what. The strike brings him down to 12, but 12 is so low, like 21 is low enough when he's vulnerable that I'm going to kill him next turn anyway. So there's no reason for me to take damage here. In fact, I might have been able to do defend, and not even take the 1, but maybe I'm talking too fast, but I'm going to heal for 6, so taking 1 is nothing. Anyway, I'm guaranteed to kill here with 3 basic strikes. And if I don't have 3 strikes, then I have enough defense to block for 9. So that was the perfect play. 19, I have full health. First card, big impact. These are bad. This is a bad first set of cards. Flex is more beneficial if you have a lot of draw or something that scales with strength. This just means that I didn't get dealt 5 cards that hand. I got dealt 4, and one of them is going to do 2 extra damage. Warcry is really finicky. You're not actually drawing a card because you had the opportunity cost of getting Warcry instead of that card. So basically you're -1 on your deck. If it's later in the game and it's upgraded so you get 2 cards and it's a net positive, maybe you take Warcry, especially if you're trying to do something funky with spot weakness with other cards. But right now, Warcry is bad. Power Through is tricky. It's a good energy efficiency, obviously, for a lot of block. It's one of the best cards you're going to do for that. But when you have a small deck of 10 cards or 11 with this, getting 2 wounds is really rough, and we don't have anything to exhaust. I might skip here. I could maybe make a case for the Power Through, but I wouldn't want to use it very often. And most of my fights, especially in the easy pool, the next couple of fights, I'm not going to need 15 damage in 1 turn for 1 energy. I'm going to probably win. So we'll see if I'm wrong, but I'm going to skip. I'm going to take the next fight. I don't think I need Power Through to survive this. So here's a question. Do you do Bash? I might actually... 2 strikes kills the left guy no matter... No, the right guy is going to make me weak. He's doing a spell on me, a negative effect. It's either weak or frail. I think the right guy is frail and the left guy is weak. So the right guy makes my blocks do less and the left guy makes my attacks do less. If I'm wrong and it makes attacks do less, then 2 strikes will not kill this guy next turn. So maybe I should go for the easy one, forget the Bash, and just go for straight damage. Let's see if I... Oh, good, he's not... Okay, so look, he does weaken this. So 4, it would have been 4 and 4 is 8. I would not have been able to kill the guy on the left and he would have attacked me again. So we made the right call again. I'm at 18, which, when I'm not weak, I think he's going to make me weak again. Right now I have 1 weak, so next turn I'll be good. 18 means 3 strikes kills him, which is a good number to have them at this point in the game. But I think he's going to make me weak again. He does. So now I'm in a little bit of a pickle, but with Bash, I think I'm still in a pickle. I'm definitely going to block, because I'm going to heal for 6. That makes it 5, so I'm good. I'm fully healed. I'll kill him next turn either way. I don't need to do the Bash with it. 7, 11. Or I could just do 4, 4 is 8. And then I have 10 left, so I would need 3 strikes again. Well, actually, I won't be weak next turn, because he's not making me weak this time. So I'll take the damage. Strike, strike, full health. 10 gold. Weak potion, excellent for an elite. That means that I'm way stronger fighting the elite that's up there. The one that we're headed towards. So weak potion means that I can take more elites. Our path is kind of set, but I feel confident about elites now with a weak potion. Okay, Thunderclap a little weak in general. It doesn't do a lot of damage. The vulnerable only lasts for that turn. We don't really have enough energy to really take advantage of that right now. Feel No Pain is amazing because 1/3 of Ironclad's cards exhaust, so you get block left and right. It's again not a damage card. And this is pretty cool too. It's really good if you get a couple of other cards that are enhanced by a loss of HP, especially at your own hand. But right now we don't really have an energy deficiency, especially if we have to draw this card. I'm going to take Feel No Pain just because it's always good. This is tough though. We're not. If it wasn't for the weak potion, I'd be very worried about. Right now this is a curse card because we have nothing that exhausts. So this is bad draw. We have no defense, so not great. But having that upgrade Bash is actually really cool because it means that that's our only hit for this fight. We're easily going to destroy this guy. The vulnerable would have ended, so he has 1 vulnerable, which means that would 12 damage. Actually, I would have done it anyway, but I had the extra damage from before. It was a good draw. It was a good. That was a good series, I think, overall. Okay, that's also, again, we've gotten 2 potions. If we had done these question marks, if we took the middle path and took 2 question marks, or the right path with the other 2 question marks and the shop, we would not have 2 potions right now. Although we would have probably, if we had gone to the shop, we would have had more than just Feel No Pain as our new cards. I really hope I get Pommel Strike here. Okay, not bad. This is a good card. This is for later. Whirlwind does actually less damage than Strike on a per energy basis, but it hits a group. One of the elites is a group fight. There are many other group fights. Twin Strike. These are where you want to have strength. This is where strength is. It hits it twice. So each unit with flex, that instead of doing 2 extra damage, this does 4. It does 2 for each of those 5s. This one, if you do it with 3 energy, you hit all enemies 3 times. So if you had that 2 strength from flex, you would do... and you had 3 energy, you would do 6 extra damage. And if there was 3 enemies, it would do 6 to each of them. That's 18. So both of these are really good. I think this is better long term. It's less energy efficient. This is doing 10 damage for 1 energy, but this has the possibility to do more. So now what am I thinking? I'm going to go look at the boss. It's not the slime. It's a single guy. The slime, I want to have area of attack. With this guy, I want to do as much upfront damage as possible. So now maybe it would have been... I think it was still the right call at the time, but the flex is a little bit better now. I still don't have enough draw to guarantee I get flex and twin strike at the same time, but I think I'm going to go for twin strike here. Because I can do 10 damage for 1 energy, whereas this one, against Hexaghost, it's going to take 2 energy to do the same thing. So I'm getting that one. Hopefully we don't get sentries. Let's see, this is 12, so not a great turn again. Let's see here. But we have plenty of time. Hit L2. I know I'm not guaranteed to get Bash anymore. I've made my deck larger, so now I have Twin Strike and Feel No Pain. My next hand is not guaranteed to be these 5. So I don't know if I'm going to get Bash next turn. But I don't want to take too much damage here. For no reason. Okay, so. I'm going to do Bash and block because I have a small deck. I know I'll see Twin Strike again soon, and because my Bash is upgraded, the guy will probably still be vulnerable. There's a case to be made for playing the worthless Feel No Pain just so I don't get dealt it again, because now I've been a second time my hand has been compromised by his presence. So, not amazing here. Not going great. Oh wow, really not going great. I'm going to block twice, full block, because that extra strike doesn't matter next turn. I'm going to kill him regardless of what I get dealt. There you go. Let's see here. Okay, so I need raw damage output now, maybe? Let's see here. I need to be able to kill dudes. I still haven't made that happen. I took 1 curse card and 1 somewhat damage card, but no strength build. This is a fun card. I'm starting to get a lot of stuff that hurts me. I got the Bloodwetting, now I have Hemokinesis and Brutality. A lot of these things could build into a certain kind of thing, and I might want to think about getting one now. And I also need something that does a lot of damage, so I'm getting Hemokinesis, and I'm looking out for something that gives me extra bonuses for taking damage. 65 and 80 is still good for the Elite, so I'm not going to go to the Fire, I'm still going to go to the Elite. And then I'm going to decide, based on how that Elite goes, if I want to go right to go to another Fire, actually, and get an Elite, or if I want to go left and skip the Elite and do that Fire. Actually, I think I always want to do the right Fire. I don't want to do the question mark. I'll think about that in a second. I would have liked having the Bash here. Let's see here. But I do a lot of raw damage. I don't want to get him under half. 67, I'm fine on that. I want to split him when he's doing an attack. So he's doing an attack now. Still not the best. 4, actually can't get him. That's 41, 37, 67, 35. Is that half? I think I want a full block anyway. I'm going to just do it suboptimally because I want to split him when they have the least possible HP. And look, he's doing 6. This is great. This is great. And this is only 1 damage, so I can do this and this, and he's down to 18. That's pretty good. So I didn't block there. I did extra damage, and blocking there would have caused me to take more damage. And now look, we're at the magic number 18. 3 strikes takes out 18. I really should start playing the Feel No Pain, but I'm energy starved. These are see a small deck. These are bad. Let's see here. Block as much as I can. I'm actually gonna do this because actually no. Next turn, 2 strikes kills him, and I'm shuffling, so I want to get rid of slimed, so I don't get too many slimes next turn. There's my 2 strikes. Duplication Potion is excellent. I can take that all the way to the end of the game. Okay, great. So Searing Blow, not too good. I don't want to spend all my upgrades on this card. It's silly. Sword Boomerang is sort of like Twin Strike, except I can't aim it. It does 9 damage by default. This does 10. It's randomly spread. I'm not fighting the slime guy, so now what I want is Pommel Strike, and then the next flex I think I'll take, because I have a source of strength in Twin Strike, or something that benefits from strength in Twin Strike, and I have more likelihood of picking it up with Pommel Strike. And now I have 63 health. I'm absolutely taking this lead. Let's go. Okay, so this guy is going to sit there and do nothing for 3 turns, and then he's going to wake up. So I want to set myself up. I want to play any cards I can do to make myself stronger. I want to open with a Bash. I want to maybe play the Feel No Pain so I don't get dealt it anymore. I'm not opening with this, because once I break his armor, he wakes up early. So 12 damage, is not, and 8 of it is blocked. Not going to do it. This is a wasted turn, but I'm going to get some good stuff next turn. 8 damage, let's see. Alright, so we can get rid of the Feel No Pain, and we can do the Bash for 3 turns. I think I want to get rid of the Feel No Pain. I'm definitely going to do this, because next turn is not... Well, 15. I like having the vulnerable. If this wasn't upgraded, maybe I wouldn't, but I like having the vulnerable. So he's up. You really want to have him closer to 90. 109 is not very good here. I can sort of do that here. I think with the pommel strike, I'm actually going to go for the attack and let myself get dealt that again. And now I'm going to use weak. He's doing 18 damage. I want to kill him. This is my first fight. I have 3 potions already. I'm probably going to get one from here and have to throw one out anyway. I'm giving him 3 weak. Let's see here. This is great. See how much damage this does now? I don't actually want to draw a card, I think, right now. I want to do maximum possible damage while the vulnerability is in place, and I want to probably block a little bit. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to stop. I can increase the vuln. Next turn, he does not attack me. I'm going to take a little damage to keep the vuln train going so I can kill him before he starts attacking again. Not good. Not a good draw. I'm stuck with this feel no pain again, which I'm going to use this time. It's going to be. I might be able to kill him this turn with Hemo, and I didn't get Hemo. So 1, 31. Can I do 31 next turn? That's 9 with, and am I weak? Oh, see, as time goes on, my dexterity and my strength are going down. So I'm being, well, everything I do is worse. Every time he completes one of those, that little round of like debuffing and attacking, he's going to attack for 2 more turns, and he's going to debuff me again. So if I spend too much time blocking, this fight's just gonna, I'm just gonna run out of gas. I'm not gonna be able to do damage anymore. I'm already doing less damage here. So I'm gonna take the damage to end the fight. Maybe that was actually, I probably should have used 1 block there because I can easily kill him now. I forgot about the vuln. But the fight's over. 37, that's okay. Self-forming clay. Whenever you lose HP, so every time I use hemokinesis, I get 3 block next turn. Or if I get hit. This is an amazing card, but I think it's too early. There's a lot of finicky cards here. I might have to just take the Thunderclap. Burning Pact, I don't really need draw right now. I need more damage output. I'm wondering if I'm going to get my ass kicked at this elite here. I also have a chance at fighting the sentries now. So I fought the sleepy guy, the leg of Vulin or whatever. So I can't. There's only 2 elites left. You can't have the same one back to back. So that means this guy's either going to be the sentries, which is 3 robots with artifact. So the Thunderclap will take off all their artifact, or it's going to be the knob where I want just raw attack cards. So I'm taking Thunderclap even though I don't like it. Now I can upgrade. I could rest too, but I can rest right after this elite, and I don't think I'm going to take 37 damage in this fight. Let's see if I'm wrong. And I'm going to upgrade something useful. I might want just more damage. If I'm going to lose HP, it might want to just do it already. This is an increase of 4. This is an increase of 5. It's an increase of 1, but I can draw 2 cards, which will be better later. This is an increase of 3, and it's the all... And okay, so this is an increase of 3. This is an increase of 4 total, and this is an increase of 5. But it costs me HP. But I think I have 50-50 of hitting those sentries. So I think doing an extra... That's actually an extra 12 damage in that case. So I'm actually going to upgrade Thunderclap, which is something I would never do. I don't think that's a very good card. But you have to respond to the scenario that's in front of you. So we got this guy. This is not my favorite. But he's going to be vulnerable for a long, long time. So I think this is okay. This guy you can't block at all. You're not allowed to block. This is not good raw damage. I'm going to do this. I'm not really happy about this Feel No Pain. I should have skipped it. Causing me to take damage. Let's see here. So if I block, he's going to get 2 higher strengths. So instead of 14, he's going to do 16. So I'm going to block 5, he's going to go up 2. So I'm really only going to block for 3, and every attack he does from this point forward is worse too. So this is an example of when I don't want a lot of defense in my card, in my deck, or pick up a lot of block cards in my early, what's the button? In my early fights. I kind of wound up getting damage eventually, but this is not my favorite set of cards, because this doesn't do that much. This has a significant cost. This doesn't do anything, so not the best beginning. But if I had taken like Flame Barrier or something, it's actually going to hurt me a lot in this fight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do absolutely as much damage as possible. And the Self-Forming Clay blinked. I lost HP, so I get 3 block next turn, and I don't have to use a skill card to do it. But I am going to take damage in this fight. There's no avoiding it. I'm going to drink this potion, so I take less damage. It's good against big blunt hits because it loses 1 of its strength every time it gets hit. So if he was hitting 4 times for 2 damage each, it would take away all of it. It's pretty good in this fight. Great. So now I have 6 block because he hit me too. So I got 3 and 3. He's 14. Can I kill him? He's still vulnerable because I took Thunderclap and upgraded Bash. If I didn't take Thunderclap or I didn't upgrade Bash, he would not have vulnerable right now. But instead, I'm going to kill him. Done. 3rd round. That's very good. First damage, draw 3 cards. This means that if I play Hemokinesis, I get 2 cards immediately. So I should focus on... I think I'm going to start taking attack stuff that hurts me. Which is... A lot of them are pretty good anyway. Let's see here. I'm not taking a double Twin Strike. Cleave, I already have an upgraded Thunder Wave, which does like the same, is even better. Thunder Clap, I never take it. And this is shit, so I'm skipping it. This is a bad card, most of the time. Actually, with this run where I was going to like 5 fires, if I had skipped the elites, this might have been cool. But I'm going to keep going with 15 cards. So now I have a decision to make. I can take the fire elite and go to a shop. But then I don't get to go to 2 fires. Or I could take the fire elite and go to 1 fire. Or I can take 2 fires and do an elite. And you know what? You guys aren't even doing fire elites, so I'm just going to stick with this one. I think I would do this anyway. I'll take that one later because I really want the extra upgrade. I guess I don't even really like my cards. I'll probably do Pommel Strike. I'm going to go this way. War Paint. Upgrade 2 skills, or take the blue key, which you guys wouldn't ever do, so I'm just going to stick to that because this is an Act 1 guide. War Paint is... That's fine, that's solid. I won't remove those cards now. Ever. I probably won't get to the defense anyway because I'm not going to get enough strikes. So we're definitely going to smith... 31. I think we're only getting stronger. I think with this Thunderclap, we can get Sentries or the Lagavulin again. I think 31 is enough for me to survive that fight, and then I'll check the other fire. I might heal at one of the next 2 fires, depending how the next couple of fights go, but I want to be stronger for those fights, and the best way for me to do that now is this, because now I really want... I'm prioritized to use Hemokinesis. I'm going to use it more often, because it's not letting me show you, but self-forming clay gives me 3 block every time I use it, and the Centennial Puzzle gives me draw if I'm using it early in a fight. So that means I'm going to want to use it more often. So if I'm using it more often and it has the cost of my own HP, I need it to do more damage. I need to be more effective when I use it. I'm upgrading stuff that has utility, both by how much I use it and how good it is against dudes. Okay. So I don't feel strong enough to do fight. You know, I'm going to stick with this one. Hopefully this isn't a fight. Good. Upgrade 2 random cards, lose 16 HP. Man. I think my cards are shitty enough, and enough of them are already upgraded, that I don't actually need to do this. I don't want to get 2 strikes upgraded. I don't need any more defense upgraded. I really just want Pommel Strike. I don't even really care about Twin Strike. I really want Feel No Pain for later, I guess. Pommel Strike, so I'm going to say no. It doesn't serve my interest right now. I'm not prepared for it. If I had Whirlwind, I would have done that maybe, you know? Okay, so first turn. Not great. I'm skipping. It's not enough damage. I want some vulnerable thing. Oh, this is better. This is great. Okay, so Thundercat pays for itself here. It's going to give him the vulnerable at lower cost than Bash. I could actually... I'm just doing it. 30 damage because of vulnerable. I get to draw 2 cards, and I get block next turn when he's actually attacking. I don't need the Bash. The Bash would have been nice, but in any case... I'm going to strike it with 73. We're feeling pretty good. I have a duplication potion. Doesn't... Maybe I could have used that on the Thunderclap. Let's see here. He's not vulnerable, so the strikes are pretty shit, which is why I want to get rid of them. I could do 10. No, this... Oh, because I upgraded the Bash. They both do 10. I'm taking the vulnerable for 3 turns. I only have 1 defend anyway. I got the 8 from the 3 from the self-forming clay. I'm taking 10 here. I'm probably going to heal at one of these shops. Let's see. Oh boy, not great here. You know, maybe I could have probably made a case for duplicating on the defend there. Let's see here. So next turn, I'm going to shuffle. So I have equal chance of any of these. I need to do, if I do Pommel, actually I'll draw one right now. That's probably the best choice. I'm definitely doing this and then this, so I might as well see what the other option is in case I don't want to use Hemo. It strikes. That puts him at 9. It puts him at 13, which I'll almost certainly pull off next round and not have to take the HP damage. So I'm going to take a shot here that I get 2 strikes. Great. Like a whole lot of... Oh, boy. But he weakened me, see? I took too long. I should have killed him faster, but that's okay. We win. We heal a little bit there. Vajra. So I get 1 strength each combat. So Twin Strike now by default, which is, I didn't even upgrade it, does 6 and 6. It increases by 2, not 1. This doesn't benefit much. It just increases by 1. This now does 1 damage for each enemy. Could be many. So very good. I want to get something more like Whirlwind or Sword Boomerang here or Pummel. And I did not. This is good. I'm losing a ton of HP. I have a card that feeds it, and it does big raw damage. You could make the case that with Hemo, I don't need another raw damage card, but my damage has been slow, and this actually works with the Hemo, so I'm absolutely taking this. And I'm gonna now I'm gonna rest, unfortunately. But I went. It's okay that I rested because I did 1, 2, 3 fires, which is pretty good, especially considering I still did 1, 2, 3 elites. So I'm ahead of the curve on this. I also got that upgrade, the War Paint, that upgraded 2 things. I upgraded a card at the beginning, so my upgrade density is really high. I could have skipped an elite or even 2 elites and had a couple extra fires, but what would I have upgraded? I would have a little bit better Twin Strike, which the Vajra did anyway. You know, actually I really want to upgrade Blood for Blood. That's one of the best upgrades in the game because it both increases damage and reduces cost. It's the only card in the game that does that. It goes to like, actually you can look. Hit X on the card, and then hit the triangle. It decreases its cost by 1, which is huge. Makes it usable at all times, and it increases damage by 4. So that's my upgrade after this. I probably should have done it here, but that's okay. Actually, I probably shouldn't have healed at all, because I'm probably going to kick these guys' asses, and then I'm going to upgrade that thing, and I'm going to just annihilate this boss. And this boss's big attack is the damage output is based on a percentage of your current health. So if you're low on health, it's actually better in that fight. But it's okay. It doesn't really matter. The guy on the right I want to kill quickly because I don't want him to steal from me. However, this does 11 damage. I upgraded it, so it went from 8 to 10, and the Vajra puts it to 11. This guy has 11 health, so I don't even have to worry about his little curling thing or the debuff he's about to apply to me. So I'm probably going to do... Oh, and I have an upgraded defend, so I can almost full block this. I heal for 6, and I'm going to just take this guy off the map. The guy on the right needs to go, though. It would have been good to make him vulnerable. Emo's here. Oh, and I got hit, so now I have extra draw, which somehow didn't get me any defense. I'm going to start here because I want to know what my true full options are. Great. Oh, and I have 3 block from Self-Forming Clay. So we're back on the defend game. That's fine. I think we're killing this guy fast enough. Do I need to do this? This is 12 damage. He'll be at 25. I think I'll kill him. He has like 3 turns before he runs away with my money. I'll play a little conservative because I don't think it's going to make it end appreciably faster. Okay, maybe not. Did I kill here? This is 8, and he's vulnerable, so that gets him down to 17. This does... Yeah, I'm totally going to kill this bitch. Goodbye. Okay, see, the extra damage and he's done. I think I'm going to skip here. Oh, if the enemy is vulnerable, gain energy and draw a card. These fuckers are always vulnerable, because I got upgraded Bash and Thunderclap. These guys are vulnerable a lot. This doesn't do a lot of damage, but Vajra makes it do 6. Them being vulnerable makes it do 9 or something, and or 8. And I'm gain energy and more card draw. This, I don't need more junk. This is going to fill up my deck quick. I'm shuffling a lot. I only have 16 cards. This is going to be a lot of these. I do not need 2 of these. I don't really need this, but I think I might... I'm going to take a Shockwave for sure later that applies vulnerable. I'm going to have a lot of vulnerable coverage, I think, and this is going to pay for itself with energy. And look, I didn't take any damage, so now I have 46 instead of, like, 25. It doesn't actually matter because I'm not going to take 25 damage from this Hexaghost. I'm probably going to take almost nothing. So that was a waste of a fire. I should not have healed. What does this do? 8. Oh, right, duh. I'm doing this. So now I've taken almost only attack cards, and I'm not having a problem defending. I did not take any damage in the last fight. The Feel No Pain is a drag. I don't know. Eventually I will get exhaustible cards. It's actually kind of wild that I haven't gotten any, but now I probably have enough attacks stuff. If a couple of these did more damage, if I'd gotten a couple of better ones, then maybe I would have already taken a block card, or if I got a really good block card. This is enough. I can start pivoting over to block, but for this fight with the Hexaghost, this fight needs to end quick. I'm going to keep this potion for a long time, duplication. No hurry on that. Great. This is great. Too bad I can't use this, but that's alright. 3 vulnerable. I might use this. 9 damage twice. I can't get dealt this shit anymore. 24. So that if I had less health, if I had like 30, instead of 4x6, it would be like 2x6, and it's like proportionally the same. It's pointless. Although this is a bad draw, so 24. It's a damage race. I need to. Oh, and I drew cards. Hey, guess what? By doing damage to myself, I get to block more than I could before. Okay. That's his only big attack for 6 turns. He's going to fill up those fires. In the meantime, he's going to do wimpy attacks. He's vulnerable. Here's my dropkick. This is a free card. Free 6 damage. Because I gain my energy right back, and I draw a card, give me new options. There you go. I couldn't defend before. Now I can. I can use Thunderclap to extend his vulnerable into a new turn. If I use Pommel Strike, I'm going to draw one of these cards. I actually don't. I wouldn't mind drawing that. But Thunderclap guaranteed vuln for next turn. I don't want to actually draw the bash because I can't afford it, so I'm just going to do a strike. I'm blocking 17 out of 6, and I haven't picked up a single defense card, and I'm blocking 17 against 6. So let's see. Our Blood for Blood, this is free, which means I get to bash with my upgrade. It keeps him vulnerable for a long time. Keeps my keeps this guy over here giving me free energy. I can do this at no cost to me, and I can almost full block. I'll take 2 damage, which means I actually get 3 block next turn, so it's a net gain. And I'm going to continue to obliterate this guy. 31 damage, yes please. I'm going to full block easily, and I'm going to use this for 18 damage, and this guy's going to be dead probably before he even gets to 4 fires, or 5 fires. Maybe, actually, yeah, let's see. He already has 2 vulns, so this actually maybe is not a good use of my energy. Let's see where this puts me. I mean, this guy is fucking toast. So I picked up 0 block cards. The Feel No Pain was a mistake. I should have waited. I'll probably see it again. I don't have any exhaust. That was a mistake, even though it's a good card. And it still probably is okay, because, again, 1/3 of the cards that I pick up are likely to exhaust. I somehow got none of them, but this deck is obliterating them, and it's mostly because of these big damage cards. It's not because it's even really Twin Strike or Dropkick. But I probably took too many cards in total. I probably could have 15 or 16 and done even better, because I'd be getting drawn Blood for Blood more often. I should probably be using Pommel Strike more often. So let's see here. He's blocking for 12, so this is not a big attack turn for me, I think. I'm definitely going to use the burn, too. So I'm going to, if I had that Burning Pact, I could exhaust this card, get rid of it, and it would work with the Feel No Pain, actually. But anyway, he's going to do 14. I'm not too worried about that. 5 is fine. This is actually not going to hurt him, but it gives me a chance at looking at a Thunderclap to keep the Vuln going, maybe. Or even a Dropkick. Okay, well that wasn't good. Oh, wait, guess what? It's over. Fuck you. I didn't need to do anything. Alright. 100 gold, Flex Potion, that's solid. That's okay. Especially if I use it on a turn where I'm doing a multi-hit, like a Twin Strike, after they're vulnerable. That's when you want, or maybe a Thunderclap in a group setting. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, offering is immediately very attractive. Fiendfire is interesting because after I've paid Feel No Pain, I'm going to exhaust a bunch of cards, and each one of them is going to give me 3 blocks. This becomes a huge damage card and a huge block card. It also becomes a way for me, even though I haven't gone into any shops, I actually have a high amount of strikes because I didn't go to any shops, and I didn't get any events that let me remove them, so I'm behind on the delete game. That's a weak point. But Fiendfire lets me remove a bunch of shitty strikes and defends without having to go to a store, and it gives me block, and it does a lot of damage. This one's risky. You absolutely have to upgrade it, so it's 1 vulnerable, which means it's only your current turn, which means you can use it when you're not even being attacked. And Offering, you lose 6 HP, which is really fine. You get 2 energy. You get 3 cards, although if it's the first time I've used it, the Centennial Puzzle relic up there means I get an additional 2 cards on top of that. I get 5 cards, which is like I already upgraded this. And it works with my Blood for Blood. It means that my Blood for Blood gets closer and closer to being free, and it lets me draw through my deck. I get 3 or 5 cards. It lets me get past all these doo-doo strikes and defends. So, I really like Fiendfire. Well, Fiendfire kind of does the same thing, because by exhausting 4 or 5 cards, it makes it so your deck is smaller for that combat, and you get your, Blood for Blood or whatever more often. Rarely you'll exhaust something you like, but usually that's not a problem. But I don't have a Battle Trance. I don't have a lot of draw. This is at its best if you can get like 8-10 cards in your hand. It's actually a lot better after the offering, because the offering lets me get more cards in hand, and I use the Fiend Fire to burn them all and do more damage and get more block. So I'm going for offering. Love offering. And now I'm going to open my chest and think. This is not very strong. This is also not very strong. Gain energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer smith at rest sites. So we have amazing upgrade density already. I'd like to upgrade the Pommel Strike, but I think our deck can already kick the ass of a good chunk of Act 2. I need some block. I need like a flame barrier to get through like a little bit more of Act 2. I need a True Grit upgraded, which I can't do that right now with upgrade. I'd like to upgrade the Feel No Pain, but really almost everything I have that is worthy of upgrade is upgraded. So that's not a huge penalty. And then in Act 2, I'll start receiving upgrade cards as rewards, and at 25% rate. And then in Act 3, at a 50% rate. So I might be able to just do it that way. And either way, I'll just make decisions knowing they can't be upgraded. So I think I'm going to have to pick that, because this is pretty weak. And sometimes it's okay, but like maybe with a different character. And this one is an okay one if the other ones are just unthinkable to take, but this is not unthinkable. Getting extra energy is really good for the Ironclad. And I have this draw that I can benefit from. This draw, this is expensive. Actually, don't have that expensive of a deck, but there's other stuff I'm going to want to probably take that are going to be a little more expensive. Shockwave, Uppercut. Uppercut's going to be very good with this vulnerable dropkick situation. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to stop there. And that is your Act 1 tutorial for Slay the Spire. I think it came together pretty good.